What up, man? This is Young Drummer Boy. Check me out live on the Bootleg Kev podcast, stupid. Yeah.
Hey, before we start the episode, we're going to remind everybody, man, we got one of the biggest radio shows in the country, syndicated in almost 100 cities, all over. Shout out to iHeartRadio, all right? Some of the latest cities that we've been able to add, man. Want to give a shout out to 93.9 The Beat in Honolulu. That's right, Hawaii. We over there going crazy. I also want to give a shout out Hot 98.3 in Tucson. Shout out to Tucson going crazy. Also want to give a shout out to Wild 94.1 in Tampa. Going crazy. We just got Richmond. We also just got the good folks in Bakersfield at Hot 104.7. So we're going crazy on the radio with my partner James Andre Jefferson Jr. for the Bootleg Kev Show. So make sure you tune in and you can listen anywhere on that iHeartRadio app. That's right. Let's get into the interview. Bootleg Kev Podcast. Special guest. Drummer Boy in the building.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Long time, man.
I know I haven't interviewed you in like a fucking shit since like 2018 maybe.
Yeah.
It was me and Head.
Yeah, it was you and Head.
A real 92.3 back in the day.
Yeah, that was good. That was chill. So we were running around doing like little press run and shit.
I think that was that like right when you first kind of like broke away from King Lil G, like officially in terms of the label shit?
Probably like a couple years after, but yeah, definitely like close to it.
Right. How's everything been, man?
Good, man. Chilling. It's different.
How do you feel like being, because I feel like you're kind of one of like the big homies of like the Latin hip hop space at this point.
Yeah.
Like you're especially on the independent side.
Yeah.
How does it feel to kind of just see like, because I feel like before there, you know, you look at like kind of the last like decade, there's like been these like efforts to like try to like, you know, whether it was Suede or like Cap G, where the major labels were trying to see what do I do with a Mexican rapper,
right?
And they necessarily didn't know what the fuck to do with it. And then you guys are grinding independently, but to kind of see it be like, you know, it's like a positive. I feel like now, if you're a Mexican artist in hip hop, in terms of like, I feel like the way
they're definitely getting with it.
Yeah,
you know, I guess a lot of people didn't really see it or understand that it was very hard being a Mexican artist and trying to like, you know, even have like sit downs with people, you know what I'm saying? That was pretty tough to do, you know, unless you had numbers. I mean, you know, thank God we did have numbers. We're putting up football numbers back then, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, it was very hard to break through, you know what I mean? And just have people like, you know, people that like, you know, other than the fans, because we had a shitload of fans.
Tons of fans, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these record execs and all these people that, you know what I'm saying, could supposedly prepare your career to, you know, the next level. So it's definitely a shift now, you know what I'm saying, a big shift. I think, you know, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like King Lil G, yourself, obviously if you go way, way back, but I mean, in terms of the new shit, I feel like y'all are kind of like the motherfucking, the fathers of the wave, kind of. It's popping right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, I kind of take, you know, pride in that. I think people that don't understand, or people that, you know, that are just coming up now.
Shoreline too, shout out to Shoreline.
Yeah, so Shoreline too, you know what I'm saying, but even before Shoreline, you know what I mean, it was us, you know what I'm saying, and it was Devour, it was, you know, I remember.
What was the kid's name from the 818? Shout out to Devour, but there was another kid from fucking, I think he was from Pacoima. I forget. He started signing artists recently, but I'm a fucking.
He started signing artists?
Yeah, but he used to be a rapper. He had like a wave. We had him on at Real. I forget his fucking name.
Self-Provoked.
Yes.
Self-Provoked's always been dope.
Right, but he was doing his thing. Like he was doing his thing. Like,
yeah, see, so even that's what I'm saying. Even back then, I was on tour with Self-Provoked.
Yeah.
Then Self-Provoked went on tour with King Lil G. So there's a difference between, you know what I'm saying? You can mention different people that say that they started that wave, you know what I'm saying? And there's people that just got with the wave now that it's cool to be with the wave. Me, myself, just not even talking about what me and King Lil G did, you know what I'm saying? But, man, I remember I was pushing it so hard where, you know, before Nipsey Hussle passed away, we did it. You know, this was my set, like what I used to do. So we did a show at, it was Toyota Arena back then. Today is something else, right? Or is it still Toyota Arena?
In Ontario?
Yeah, in Ontario. Yeah. Bro, this is in what, 2018? I was on stage and Nipsey Hussle was the headliner, and it's the arena. And I had my own set. In the back, I had a big ass fucking on the teleprompters. I had a big ass Mexican flag waving. You know what I'm saying? And then I had homies doing burpees. The homie Turtle put a video together where it was like homies doing burpees, like
on the screen.
Yeah, on the screen with the big ass Mexican flag. You know what I mean? Like really, letting people know like this is my culture.
Right.
So unless you could say you were doing shit like that in 2018, 17, 16, you can't really say you were pushing very hard for the Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? Because I was letting it be known, you know what I'm saying? And back then, people were kind of shying away for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? From it. They were
almost like it wasn't good for business.
Yeah, it wasn't good for business. And that whole, I'm not Chicano rap shit.
Right.
Think about how many people were saying that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I never really fell into that.
I feel like though sonically, I feel like you never, like when I would listen to you, like you were to me you always were a rapper who happened to be Mexican in terms of like, you know, when I think of Chicano rap, I think of some of this shit from like the early 2000s.
Capone, you think of you fucking Mr. Criminal, yeah. I mean, because there's different kinds of gangbangers, and different kind of cholos.
But I feel like you were just doing dope, like you were just making dope rap music, and you happen to be Mexican and you were bringing your shit, you know?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like. We were doing different music, but we still resonated. You know, we were still
right.
We're obviously Chicanos. We're from here, right?
No, it was obvious. I mean,
but people would not want to like even any time like that shit would pop up, or a Mexican rapper, Mexican artist rapper, they would want to correct it. You know what I'm saying? Like in podcasts,
yeah, I'm not rapper.
I'm not that.
I don't do that. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
All that shit, fool. Like.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And like my homies, you know what I'm saying? Like I got homies that are supered out, that's what you consider,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's that has the real Chicano, like, you know what I mean. But Chicano is actually a culture. It's actually like 100%. You know what I mean?
I mean, dude, it's crazy. Like I was in Thailand and I know it's big in Japan, but I was in Thailand and I saw Thai fools Chicanoed out.
Right.
Like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But, like, in Japan, it's like a thing. Like, they have car clubs and they have, it's like you said, it's a culture.
Yeah, it's like it's a movement. Something that started, years ago. But, yeah, I find it funny, you know what I'm saying, that... I mean, I'm not really too much about, you know what I mean, coming out and like talking my shit, talking a gang of shit, but I just think it's a good thing now. And if people want to jump on that wave now, that it's cool to be, you know what I mean, what we are and what we do and shit, then I'm happy for it, you know what I'm saying?
Were you ever close to, like, I'm sure you know what the type of numbers you were doing, independently. Was there ever a situation where you considered maybe doing a major label thing or interest?
Yeah, we had sit downs. We had sit downs, but like just the shit was too ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of, because once we obviously we signed once, and shit was cool, but I didn't know what the fuck I was signing. I had to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I made a mistake.
Who'd you sign with?
Empire.
So was it distro?
We sat on the label side.
On the label side, okay.
Yeah, but luckily, I mean, they looked out, you know what I'm saying? They you know what I mean? I got nothing bad to say for them, you know what I'm saying? They, definitely helped my career out. But in terms of longevity and in terms of, what we do, I really don't think that there's nothing that a label could do for you that you really can't do for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you have to build your own audience and shit, you know what I'm saying? They can't create that for you.
People think if you sign, it's like a cheat code for fans,
right?
And it's like that's not it. You know what I mean?
It's not, in a way, yeah.
Like you have to cultivate your cult,
right?
It's like your flock.
You have to have a cult following. Yes,
and that's the thing. It's like no amount of. I mean, like, look, obviously you get some bread. You could run ads. You could do things to like help,
right?
Increase your exposure. But in terms of like, really, really tapping in with how it could be 100 people. Okay, how do we turn this to 200? The label ain't gonna do that for you, bro. Like it ain't like you sign and some magic shit happens.
They can't.
Yeah,
they can't do it. I feel like they can't. I mean, you have to have genuine fans to have longevity in this music game. Now, one thing they can do is what I feel like if you sign to a label and you have that now with, you know, saying that viralness that they're looking for, they can't dump money into you to get you these features that you probably
100%.
wouldn't able to obtain.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, they could put you in front of places and in different places. That's if they really believed in you, and you know what I'm saying, they're gonna do that.
Right.
You know? But once that's over, right? Then it's like on you. Now it's back on you.
But yeah, no, I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, like you said, man, like if you're gonna get into that situation, you have to learn how to use those tools into your favor. But you also have to understand like the real work should be starting for real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, for sure. I mean, it started back with us since. I mean, thank God that I've been able to stay relevant for this many years, bro.
when was your when would you say was your first like real year in the game where you like were really like getting money off of rap?
Oh, really? Okay, that'll be probably like 2016.
Okay, so almost 10 years.
Yeah. 2015 is when I dropped High Forever One. That's what kind of created my own movement.
Right.
Because I was with King Lil G, and we created AK-47 Boys back in 2012, around there. That's when we created the AK-47 Boys.
That shit's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then with the AK-47 Boys, I was initially brought in there just as a producer. So what I did was I started taking influence from like A$AP Rocky, from different people, and then I was a real like beat head, right? So I was making beats on the MPC and shit like that. So what I was doing was getting like trap sounds and putting, you know, maybe trap beats and putting like samples over those. And then that's what kind of developed the AK-47 sound back then. You know what I mean? Then we brought EMC in and shit. Right. You remember EMC? Yeah. You know, and then it just kind of kept going from there. You know what? It was amazing too. I was gonna ask you, bro. Like, I see all your plaques. What the fuck, bro? I was looking at your plaques in there. I didn't even know you did so much shit.
That's just from breaking all these records on the radio, dog.
That's amazing.
So when you break records, like, you know what I'm saying, they give you a plaque. Like if you're first to play some shit, or
yeah, I even asked Sando. I was looking at the shit. I was like, damn, what's this motherfucker do? Nobody knows. You got to talk about that shit.
Nah, yeah, you know, I mean, I'm on the radio in like a fucking 100 cities every day, dog.
All right.
So, you know.
Now you got plaques, bro.
We're still on at 92.3 every night, 7 o'clock.
Oh, yeah?
Monday through Friday, yeah.
Shit, that's dope.
But they don't.
You haven't took a picture with all your plaques?
Nah.
Come on, you gotta do some rapper shit. Nah, you gotta do some rapper shit,
I've seen people do that shit. And I'm like, all right, fool, we get it.
How's it corny? That's a major achievement.
Nah, it's cool, but it's like, it's just not, I don't know, dude. Like you said, I mean, maybe. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just, you know.
That's dope.
I let people come in when they book the studio, and they take pictures with the plaques. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I did. I was in here yesterday. I took pictures of your plaques and shit. I was like, damn, that shit's hard. The reason why I asked too is because I have... me and G fell out for a while, right?
I remember, yeah.
And you know, I mean, just regular shit. But now that we got back together, I go in his house, and you know, we work on HF47 and all that shit, which was a fucking huge album for us. And I see all the plaques for everything I worked on with him. And I'm like,
I need one.
I was like, where are all my plaques? We were talking about like,
well, you should,
bro.
You could get all those plaques.
Well, yeah, he told me. So he was like, you know what I'm saying? I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, we dropped a new record from my album. And he's like, drummer, he's like, you have like 8 plaques, and you have like 8 gold plaques, and you have like fucking 6 fucking Billboard plaques.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm gonna get you all those.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting.
And I'm gonna take a picture with every single one.
No, but I agree with you, because that's your shit.
You feel me?
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, yeah, because even with like Billboard, or especially on Billboard, like, but any of your Spotify shit, like, yeah, the guys who make the plaques, because we're about to order some Alexis plaques, because he has a record that's got like 20 million streams. So we're like, yeah, let's put something up in the studio for him. You know what I mean?
Right. No, that's cool.
So, but yeah, as long as you have to just, I think like they make you prove that it's like you're a part of it. I don't know. I didn't order, like the label, any plaque you see me having in my possession, the label sent me.
Right.
You know, so like Wiz.
Yeah, we got like Spotify plaques and shit like that.
I had like my hands on are those 2 Ritz plaques up there. I A&R'd both those records. So.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but
That's dope as fuck.
But yeah,
But it's different though. We got Spotify plaques and all that shit.
no, that shit's cool. But but the actual like
the gold plaques,
yeah,
that's what I'm waiting on right now.
That's just fire.
You know
Congrats
what I mean?
on that.
Yeah, nah, thank you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But when I went into G's house, I was like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
He has every plaque because G, I mean, a lot of people don't know, like the new generation, you know what I'm saying, in this game, which is, you know, I obviously they heard of us and shit, but they don't know how much, like, we really put on, bro.
I look at, like, he's like the fucking Mexican Nipsey for real. I look at King Lil, I mean, in terms of, like, numbers, shows, the respect, you know what I mean?
Think about it. We were selling out the Novu in these places
I
in
feel like
2000.
I've never really seen him do no. I know he sometimes get wrapped up in some like internet shit, but I never see him do no goofy shit ever.
Nah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Well, and he's always been like super. Like I've had him up in the strip club in AZ a few times. Like that, he's just a good dude, man. He actually, it's funny. Him and Ritz co-headlined a tour, which was the most random fucking tour of all time. Because Ritz is like a white trash rapper.
Right.
And I remember telling Ritz, I'm like, hey, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. How was it?
I think it did well because they each had their own fans.
All right.
So imagine if you're like a King Lil G fan and you come and there's like this chubby white dude with big red hair on stage rapping super fast like Tech 9.
You seen him before, Ritz? I haven't seen him.
But yeah, no.
Oh, he raps like Tech 9?
No, he raps like Ritz, to be fair, but you know.
But like
he's
similar.
just super like he chops a lot.
Oh, okay,
you know?
all right, I see.
How was it? How much fun did y'all have working on the album last year together?
Oh, that shit was a blast. Remember, we had just reunited.
Yeah.
And as soon as we reunited, like the week, actually like the same week, he sends me Gangsta Function. He's like, jump on this, right? So we gangster. So as soon as we reunited, we ain't got to talk about what happened. We ain't got to talk about anything. All we talked about was, you know, family shit and how everything was done. And we were like, let's go get this money now. You know what I'm saying? Now we're back together.
Yeah.
You know? And he sent me Gangsta Function. And I remember the first time I heard Gangsta Function, I was just like, man, we was rapping over that Too Short beat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was like, man, this shit's boo-boo. So then I was like, all right. But he sounded dope on it, but I didn't see myself rap because I wasn't rapping like on crazy funk beats like that because that was a whole funk album.
Right.
Then I just dropped a verse. Then we dropped a song. And that shit went nuts, bro. Like nuts. Like crazy nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like that sound is like, it's like nostalgic.
Yeah.
Like, what's homie from Oceanside we had on the show rapping this hard as fuck? I can't think of his name. Hey, what up? We got to stop the interview to tell you about the good folks at MyBookie. That's right, baby. MyBookie.ag. You already know. If you don't have an account, man, you can bet on anything, anywhere, at any time. And if you go there, sign up with the promotional code Bootleg right now, and they're going to get you hooked up with that 50% first deposit bonus. That's right. Whatever you put in, they're going to match that thing, all right? So that's what we're doing, man. NBA season is in full effect. You got spring training baseball. And the best part about, like, right now with the NBA, you got a lot of teams like my shitty-ass Suns trying to compete for that play-in. There's just a lot of things you can, man, look. Are we going to MVP? Are we going to Giannis, Jokic, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander? I just fucked his name up. I called him Shane Gillis. It's Shea Gillis. I don't know this fucking guy's name now. Is it Shane Gillis? No, it's Shay. It's Shay. Anyway, with that being said, yo, you can gamble on anything. Plus, they got the full service casino, man. I've been on webcam with the blackjack dealers, getting it popping late at night. Look, use that promotional code Bootleg right now when you sign up at mybookie.ag. Of course, celebrating 10 years. I've been with them damn near 10 years, man, rocking with MyBookie. So make sure you sign up right now. Also, give me some Odd Socks, goddamn it. I want to shout out to our good folks over at Goddamn Odd Socks. Our family. Ooh, Lay's potato chip socks. What else do we got here? The Bob Rosses. Shout out to, that looks like Ritz. We also have some of this. Anyway, if y'all don't know, man, Odd Socks are OG sponsor. They're our day ones. They're our family. They just had a birthday in December, celebrating 11 years. The craziest shit about Odd Socks is I've been fucking with them since they was like getting it out the mud in Tampa, Florida in like 2014. Fast forward, they're one of the biggest sock companies in the world. And we're hooking up all of our viewers with a dope deal with Odd Socks, the most comfortable socks in the world, the craziest licenses. Go to oddsocksofficial.com. Use the promo code right now. It's Bootleg, and you'll save 20% off. Of course, the underwear's on deck. Shout out to the undies. We got all the undies. They got the slides now. They got belts. They got all kinds of crazy shit at Odd Socks, man. Oddsocksofficial.com, promo code Bootleg. Save 20% off at checkout. And by the way, if you screenshot me an Odd Socks order that you used with our promo code, throw me a pair of Bootleg Kev socks. Give me a pair. Give me a fucking pair over there. If you can screenshot an Odd Socks order and send it to me, the first 5 people that do that, I'm going to send you on the house a free pair of Bootleg Kev socks. Yeah, why not? Support my people. I support my people. You feel me? Let's get back to the interview. Fuck, what's the fool's name from Oceanside? He only raps over. He's worked with like Sugar Free and Corrupt but the shit is hard. Like he's young.
Wait, he's kind of like mixed.
Yes,
I know who you're talking about.
I can't think of his name, bro.
I don't remember.
He's been on the show.
He's dope though, and he has like a little fucking.
Yeah, he's hard as fuck. It's gonna bother me because I fuck with this
what
kid.
What the fuck is his
name? Desi Hollow.
Desi Hollow.
Desi Hollow.
He has a song I fuck with too.
No, he's tough, but I think it's dope. Like like at the end of the day, bro, it's almost like why not throw one of them out in the world? You know what I mean?
I don't think Desi Hollow fucks with me. I sent him a message back then.
Really?
Yeah, and it was never.
Did
open.
He read it?
It was never open.
Maybe he didn't see it.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
Desi Hollow, tap in, man.
You play a lot of golf?
Yeah. I stopped right now just because we're working on the album and shit. You know what I mean?
Well, I saw like you and Lefty were playing golf, but then I noticed like you actually play. I like noticed from that video, you're like, oh, like this fool really plays golf.
Yeah, nah.
Like, Lefty was out there making an ass out of himself on the course.
That fool still owes me $1,000. He swore, dog. It went everywhere, and he was like, oh, I bet
yo, whatever course that was, when that fool walked up, they were probably like, ah, fuck.
Yeah. He came in like full, like dressed for the club.
Yeah.
Like he had an appearance to make.
Yeah. It's like, well,
and Duno came with a small ass shirt.
Belly hanging out.
That motherfucker went straight to Ross. Got a medium fucking
found the only polo, the closest size that he could fit into.
Yeah, he did that. Nah, but yeah, golf was a kind of like an escape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's like therapeutic, right? Like
it is, because like a person like, a person in our industry, we tend to overthink about a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the thing that's hard about being in this industry and being especially independent and owning your own business and doing that is not even it's not the physical work. It's more of the mental work. You know what I'm saying? It's like we constantly thinking, okay, we got to drop this or we got to do this, or you got this interview to set up. What's the next thing to keep the shit in motion? And then sometimes that shit could get overwhelming. So when you do something like golf, whatever it is, like right now we like on Call of Duty and shit, like something that could like completely clear your mind. Yeah. Of that.
Because it's hard to unplug. I be doing this shit, dude.
For real.
It's like I need to play more video games or something. Because no matter what I'm doing, my mind is it's always racing.
Thinking. Yeah, that shit stressed me out, bro.
Family, because the phone's right there. I could be putting some shit on Netflix, dog, and I'm still like,
right.
I feel like if you're playing golf, you're playing video games.
You have to concentrate.
I started hooping recently. Hooping has been
that's another thing.
Good cardio,
Yeah, that's another thing.
Gave some Armenians the business yesterday at 24.
Oh shit.
Yeah, them fools are.
You could really hoop?
I'm all right.
How tall are you?
I'm only 6 foot, but I used to be able to play in high school.
Only 6 foot?
Yeah.
That's pretty tall, dog.
I mean, it's, it's fucking, I guess so.
Somebody on the internet said I was, how tall I say I was? 4'6"? Yeah, fuck that motherfucker.
5'9"? 5'8"?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm 5'9".
I just said thank you.
So for anybody listening, you know what I'm saying? I'm 5'9".
All right.
But that escape is something you need, bro, because look, that shit'll put you in a fucking depression. That shit'll give you anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't take this shit too serious. You know what I'm saying? Live your life. You know what I mean? And grind, for sure, but live your life, because I've been doing this long enough to know that you can miss a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can miss life trying to chase life, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a fucking bar.
You know
that's
what I mean?
Facts.
It's real, like, you know what I mean?
That's real shit.
Cause yeah, bro, I missed a lot. You know what I'm saying?
It's like we get so wrapped up in the grind and like trying to level up, and you know,
Right.
you can't really smell the flower sometimes.
You can't. Which you know,
Like, I don't know. I'm sure you got kids.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like sometimes you be like, damn, I gotta chill out. And like, as much as I'm going hard to make sure these fools get everything that they want, like I also got to make sure like I'm fucking there when I'm there. You know,
Exactly.
And not just being physically there, but being present.
Yeah, like you said, you could be there, but your mind will be everywhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's important, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, golfing was good for that. It was really good. Right now we on Call of Duty, so anybody want to smoke, you know what I'm saying? We on Warzone right now. I've been on that shit for like 3 months.
Yo, hella people been playing that Marvel Rivals shit.
Yeah, my son be on that shit.
I heard that shit is gas.
I
My
haven't
kid be
played it.
playing it. He's fucking Doctor Strange all the time. This is
Doctor Strange is pretty dope though, bro.
Doctor Strange is low key
You know what I mean?
one of the slept on guys.
Yeah.
Like he could do a lot.
Yeah,
you know
he
what I'm
got his
saying?
shit, yeah.
He got some fucking powers on him. You know what I'm saying? For you, what is it? Because you know, you have a label. Is that something that? Do you have other artists that you have signed right now?
No. So yeah, the label. So what I have is, you know, I decided to make my own label with my partner, 100. So we haven't signed. We've been thinking about it, but the thing is, when you sign people, it's kind of hard, bro. Being an artist yourself, like, you know what I mean. You gotta try to juggle, like, you know what I'm saying, being an artist and then
Being
helping
executive,
this artist, you know, grow. So I think that's kind of a hard thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. Because then at the same time, then you have like their life in your hands, kind of.
Yeah, and you know
while
what I'm saying?
you're still trying to push your shit. And
Yeah.
you want to be fair to them.
You want to be fair. Also, there's certain moves that he should be making that I don't have to make anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or, you know, so you kind of got to balance that out. But I think we're getting to the time that it's time to start signing artists. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll probably retire rapping in the next 5 years.
I feel like Yo Gotti did it right when he started to like level up CMG.
Right.
He would drop here and there, but like he was pretty like, I felt like he was pretty locked in on like
Yeah.
cracking the label off. And now he's got Glorilla and Moneybagg Yo and fucking, you know.
Right. But I think it's different because he was popping on a global
For
scale.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
on a global scale, you know what I mean? I think it's probably easier to bring artists out. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Especially when you have a deal with Interscope, a label deal with Interscope.
Right.
So you have the machine.
Yeah, you have a machine behind you. On an independent scale, it's kind of hard because it's kind of hard because you're trying to figure out what you did to get you here as an independent artist. So you're trying to implement that.
And the
to
rules
him.
have kind of changed, right? Look, from the time you were coming up, it's like a fucking whole new world. You know what I'm saying?
It is, bro.
It really is. What are your thoughts on like because now there's like a real, you know, however you feel about the podcast space and the blog space in the Mexican hip hop community, whether it's the food communities or like in Arizona we have Arizona Fools. Like there's like this whole like you know, world of media now that's
That you have to
independent,
be in tune with.
Right.
You have to be in tune with it. Back then we didn't.
Right. And then there's podcasts, you know, there's just a lot. Like it's like we said, it's a whole new thing. But like, how do you like? And then like it also gives artists the opportunity to get on camera and say some stupid shit, say some shit that gets misinterpreted, beef start, whatever the fuck, and then the blogs run with it. Like, what are your thoughts on just all that?
I think it's bullshit. Like, I think you shouldn't have to. My perspective on it is like, the reason why I say it's bullshit is because people feel like they need to do some dumb shit to get views, you know what I'm saying? Or do some, you know, let's do some viral shit. Like, when was that a thing? Like, let's go viral.
Right.
You know what I mean? When we were just dropping on YouTube. My first album dropped on Dat Piff.
Crazy. Fucking
Shout out to Dat Piff, you feel me?
I was so sad when they took it down
That's crazy, huh?
because it has so much shit on it.
How many of these new rappers know about Dat Piff, though?
I would hope. I mean, Dat Piff was a wave.
That was the shit.
Yeah, man. They had all the Dream Chasers on there, all the Wayne shit, all the ill shit. Now you got to go on YouTube to find that shit.
Right. So yeah, I just say I feel like if you do something intentionally to bring attention to you, you know what I mean? I feel like that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like I've always been one to let the music speak for itself. That's why you know how long I've been in the game. You see me around and shit. I've never been the one to like jump on shit and just pop off,
Right.
or do something goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not in me. You know what I'm saying? And if you're doing that, if you're doing that just to bring you attention, it's just shit like that. Then I think that's kind of like a small form of like selling what would be selling out to us back then. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like
I think it's like a good thing because now there's like outlets that cover Mexican hip hop exclusively,
right?
And so it's like, okay, that's good. And then there's other shit where it's like, okay, well, some of these outlets also can throw some gasoline on the fire of like certain issues with people.
A lot. I feel like that happens more.
It happens a lot.
I think it happens. I think they're more than them breaking artists. They're breaking artists down.
Like it just happened with the Drex kid and the kid from Stink Team. I felt like I was like, God damn, these motherfuckers are turning this beef up. Like
yeah.
And it was like I think some shit happened. I don't know, but I was just like, fuck.
No, I seen that. Yeah.
It was just like unfortunate because it's like, hey man, like this shit ain't worth the fucking
right
likes you're getting on a blog post. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These people's real lives, and these kids. Neither of these kids have. However, you want to consider making it. Neither of them kids are millionaires. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right.
Neither of them are in a position where their lives have where they could kick it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're still on. Like Drex is hot, but like these fools are still on the come up. So it's
still on the come up. Yeah. So yeah, situations like that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I fuck with certain podcasts and I fuck with some people as individuals and what they're doing as a movement. You can't knock the hustle. That's another hustle now. You know.
That's why I fuck with Icon. Icon be staying out of that messy shit.
Fuck Icon.
Oh, never mind.
Nah, that's my boy. But yeah, yeah.
I'm
but
damn.
Like nah. Icon does try to stay out the messy shit. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like
he plays his favorites though.
He does.
But I think he left Food Community for some like
because it was getting some ugly shit.
Exactly,
Yeah, it was
which
getting
I
ugly.
respect.
Yeah. No, I gotta respect that. When I talked to him, I was just like, before I would see him and because I've known Icon for 10 years plus.
Right, he used to rap. Yeah.
Yeah. So
shoot videos, all that.
I'd be like, man, you falling into all that dumb shit. He would always be like, nah, that's not me. It's not me. And I was like, man, that's bullshit. But the day he left, and the reason why he left, I was like, all right, maybe he was telling the truth.
Yeah, nah. I called him when he did it. He was like, I just can't. I can't be. He's like, bro, I just can't. This just doesn't sit well with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're putting that out there, right? So I'm very careful about what I put out. You know what I'm saying? Like the internet and they see what I want them to see.
Right.
You know what I mean? I have total control of that aspect.
100%.
So if you're doing some crazy shit, or you're letting people do some crazy shit around you, and you filming this shit, you're almost just doing it to yourself. You can't get mad at a blog for both.
For sure, if you're putting it out there, like you said, if you're putting it out there,
you have full control.
That's on you, bruh.
Yeah.
People will get fucked up on this internet shit so easily. I'll be disappointed in people,
right?
So much because I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Why?
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. You put in shit.
Bro, I've had so many people tell me, like, yo, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. The podcast would be bigger if you did this, or if you did the streaming and you went, I'm like, bro, I don't want people to be too invested in my personal life. And, like, I'm cool, dog. Like, there's just certain shit that's just like, for me, it's just not worth it,
Yeah, it's not. So how can you turn around and blame the podcast for, or,
that's true.
You know what I'm saying, or the vlogs?
If you posted it, if it's out there on your shit, they're covering what you already posted.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So people are quick to get mad at them, but all they want is news, bro. And
yeah, you should have kept it off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you posted some shit on your story, it's kind of free. It's up for grabs at that point, right?
Yeah, and that's what they do. People like you know what I'm saying, and Head and Chuck and all them people, like, you guys come from music. You guys come from, you know what I'm saying, from radio and all that shit. So it makes more sense for what you guys are doing. You guys are more involved with the music, where you guys could actually speak with.
I just love the music, and I just come from a background where, like, you know, I just can't do certain shit, dog. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
but
it's like,
on the other hand, the blogs, they don't come from that.
correct.
So all they're looking
the Wild
for,
Wild West, dog.
is those viral clips.
For sure.
So don't give it to them, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just relax.
Go viral for your song being dope.
Right. You know what I mean?
Or, you know, I'll see some people get creative with their rollouts where they're like, they know it's going to go viral and they're like low-key trolling, but it's like on purpose and it's like, okay, like it's like harmless. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I get it, you know?
So how dumb does this sound? This is like, right now, if I want to go viral, I could, right? I could go and get into some shit. I could go shoot up a fucking club.
Well,
I could get arrested.
We could set up this interview to where you get mad and walk out.
Yeah, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? A fucking rack a line right here, and then that's gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? But see how easy it is. The bad shit, they going to grab it, bruh.
For sure.
They're gonna grab it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, want to give a shout out to Hardin, man. Listen, if you're in Vegas, the #1 dispensary in the world, the craziest selection of premium cannabis that you'll ever find anywhere. And the best part about Hardin that I love, man, first of all, if you're going to go over there, mention my name, follow him, Hardin_Las Vegas. But what I love about Hardin is you go in there and you know, you're never going to go to another place that's more educated on the weed that they're selling you, right? So maybe you are going in there and you're dealing with anxiety, or maybe you're going in there, you're dealing with inflammation. Maybe you're going in there, you just want to get a little trippy. I don't know. They're going to break down the terpenes for you and tell you which one is best for what you're looking for. It's crazy. Best bud tenders, best place in Vegas, best place in the United States. If you hit Vegas and you hit that taxi at that airport, take me to Hardin. Follow him, Hardin_Las Vegas. Check him out, HardinLasVegas.com. Shout out to the Hardin family. Hey, what up? Bootleg Kev here. Hey, want to give a shout out to our good folks at Blue Chew. Yes, shout out to Blue Chew, man. Look, guys, summer's coming. It's not coming, but it's like, I'm not going to lie. We're getting into March, so it's like springtime. Weather's getting a little hotter. And so should your bedroom situation. Listen, fellas, a lot of people always hit me about Blue Chew. They want to know, does Blue Chew work? Of course it does. You want to find out? Yeah? It's all good. Go to bluechew.com right now. They're going to send you a month's supply for free. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping. It's going to your house in a discreet package. Now, what is Blue Chew? How does it work? First of all, your dick is going to work like it has never worked before. It's going to be as hard as this fucking table. If you got a girlfriend, if you got a first date, if you got a little side piece, you got a wife, they're going to thank you off that Blue Chew. All right? But listen, it is the same active ingredient as Viagra and Cialis, but it's packed into a chewable blue form. The best part about all of this, because, you know, sometimes going to the doctor and talking about erectile dysfunction, a lot of men are dealing with erectile dysfunction these days. Quite honestly, we're all desensitized from all that gooning we've been doing on the internet, all that porn, you know? With that being said, you don't have to worry about going and sitting with a doctor face-to-face, going to a weird doctor's appointment. All that shit sucks. It's all online. It's all handleable right on bluechew.com, very discreet, and it's sent right to your doorstep. Trust me when I say you got to give that Blue Chew a shot, fellas. Anybody with a dick, you got to give that Blue Chew a shot. I'm just telling you. Anyway, let's get back to the interview. You just dropped a new song with Ralphie?
Ralphie, yep.
Shout out to Ralphie, man. Good guy. I feel like you've always kind of like had your ear to the street in terms of like the LA shit. Like, do you feel like, you know, in terms of the new generation of LA artists, obviously Ralphie's kind of I won't call him an OG, but he's been around his brother long enough.
Right.
Are you a fan of what's going on in LA right now with all the new kids that are coming up?
I'm a fan of the growth that's happening. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Mexicans doing what they're doing, and they're getting praise for it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a fan of that for sure. Definitely a fan of a few artists that are out there, and I definitely don't like a few of them as well. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I feel overall it's a good thing.
Yeah,
what's happening? You know what I mean?
How dope was it, like when you saw that Lefty ended up on TV off on Kendrick's album? I was surprised, even though he was running around kind of telling everybody.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't really think. I was like, and then I was like, damn, like it's platinum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's a big moment. However you feel about Lefty Gunplay, that's a big moment.
Look, Lefty. I met Lefty before he blew up, right? So, one of Lefty's first songs that he dropped was "Letter to Drummer," right? So he actually rapped.
No, he rapped to you.
Yeah, he rapped it. Yeah, he rapped to me on that song. But I met him at a club in OC, and he rapped it to me like in person. Before he got on the corner store. Shout out to the corner store because corner store really helped him
that
blow
freestyle
up.
I think it was the Superman freestyle. That shit was hard.
That was a shit for Lefty there.
He murdered that shit. Yeah.
So when I talked to Dez, I was like, man, Lefty owe you some money
for sure.
But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Lefty, as a person, Lefty is genuine. I don't think people know that.
I always tell everybody who asks me, I'm like, man, dude's got his demons, but he's got a good heart on inside him. He's a good dude.
He's a genuine person.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And he just called me like the other day and shit. He was like, drummer, I need to be on your album. Your album ain't gonna be hard unless I'm on your album. I was like, shut your ass up, fool. But yeah, Lefty's cool, man. And that's a big moment. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, obviously people are gonna say what they say. You're gonna have your haters and shit like that. But man, let him have his time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, let him do his shit. You know, Lefty got to build from this now. He got to
for sure
put some shit out. You know?
I think he's trying to get. It's funny because his songs I can't get right with Problem. Yeah. But I think he's like making a real effort to like
over there with Mike and Keys, huh? Yeah,
get his shit together in terms of like, you know, the shit that, you know, people have concerns about. But Lefty's a good dude and he's talented as fuck.
Yeah,
like, he's talented.
But people are gonna find a way to hate, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're also gonna find a way to hate because they wish they were in his position.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And
no,
like,
definitely.
And he seems to like be the guy who.
I mean, think about how many people that probably felt like, okay, they should have been chosen for one of that. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And to be honest,
as opposed to being like, wow, we like this. They're like Peso and Lefty are on a fucking Kendrick album.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's a win for everybody.
It's a win for everybody. You know what I mean? And a lot of people look at it that way, like, man, you know, they've been in the game for so long and this long and woo woo, and maybe, you know, they should have been on it. Okay, I see that. You know what I mean? But I also see that where the state of music is at right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I see people are getting signed due to how much clout or how much viral shit they have out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. You know what I mean? But it's cool. As long as you're at peace with yourself, you can't be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good, bro. Like, music has provided for me in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's funny when I did an interview with Chuck Dizzle and fucking
Head?
Yeah, and Head. Yeah. I remember they had asked Mozzie a question about like when does he feel like he's gonna make it, right? Or he made it, and his reply was like when he touched his first million. So when they asked me that question, which was years back, they were like, when are you gonna feel like you made it? I was like, shit, all I want is like a big house off of music, and like I feel like I made it. Well, we already reached that. Like, I already bought my house off of that. I'm buying my second house off of music and shit. So how am I in a position to be mad at anybody and shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you made it, you won.
Yeah, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of like a turning point. But believe me, I got to remind myself that was, you know, something that what I was.
No, it's like we were talking about earlier a little bit. Yeah. It's almost like if you know, sometimes you got to force yourself to rewind your perspective to like 5-10 years ago and be like, damn, if you told your the version of you back then where you are now,
yeah,
you would be like tripping, but you're living in it, so you don't really appreciate it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
you can't like zone in on it because your mind's thinking about everything else.
How we just, you know, you got to keep going.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, bro, I'm still dropping albums. I've worked with pretty much everybody in LA. You know what I'm saying? I've always been open-minded to working with everybody. I'm from Pomona, so my beef, my neighborhood beef doesn't really stem out of Pomona. Right? So I could work with anybody as long as, like, you know, like the people that I work with don't, you know, have beef with them and shit. But yeah, we've done so much in the game. where I feel content about that. But the fact that I could still drop and you know what I mean, and still do what I'm doing right now, especially with this album that we got coming, you know what I mean? I think that right there is just like it's reassurance that, you know what I mean, like I did something right. Because bro, like there's a lot of people that can't last a year or two in this game, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And it's even people that come out with major labels and shit, you know what I'm saying? That overnight shit, you know what I mean? That don't last as long as like a person like me or King Lil G or like, you know, other people that have lasted. You know what I mean? That's like a big thing. Like it's a great feat to accomplish. You know what I'm saying?
What was it like working with Jimmy and the Rancho guys?
Crazy.
Cause that like Jimmy's a fucking legend. Like he a LA legend. He's a fucking music industry legend. Like that deal he got was fucking put it in the rafters with like the no limit deal, the Cash Money deal.
Right. That shit was crazy, bro. And it all stemmed from when me and G got back together. Mm-hmm. And this not even a year old and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the internet's cool. Here's the thing.
Because they're like a major, because they got the major, you know, but I just like wonder what, because I feel like a lot of people in hip hop don't necessarily kind of understand what's going on with Rancho Humilde. Like,
I feel like they're one of the biggest record labels.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially even
when we think of
Cali,
like Fuerza, like they came from, you know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean?
Bro,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, that shit right there was nuts. Like, me and G got back together. The first song we dropped was Gangsta Function. They were playing this shit on boats in Havasu, like everywhere. It took over the whole lowrider scene. After that, Jimmy gave me a phone call because I've been knowing Jimmy, and Jimmy just loved that shit so much. He was like, "Drum, you got more songs like this?" And I was like, "Yeah." I didn't have it.
Like, yeah, of course.
Like, hell yeah,
of course.
do.
We gotta.
You know what I'm saying? I was like,
You're like, we'll make some more, motherfucker. But yeah, we got him.
Yeah. So fucking how that happened was that, like, you know, he gave me a call. I told G, like, G, what's up, man? You want to sit down with Jimmy? Boom. All we need to do is make a couple more songs. He was like, let's go. We had a seat. Talked to Jimmy. Jimmy gave us a fat bag, bro. Like, shout out Jimmy, man. And the terms were good too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been offered bags from different record labels, but you know what I'm saying, Jimmy gave us a real fat bag. And then me and 100 and then Zace had some shit to do with it, because I still be producing too. I just kind of do it on the cut, but we came up with like 6 more songs and we just released it. And then we released Bangin', and then Bangin' went viral. And I think people don't remember that because the internet moves so fast.
For sure.
Even though it was fucking last year.
Right.
But bro, we have like fucking 40, 50 million views combined, I mean streams combined in less than a year. You know what I'm saying?
Are you dropping this new album in March independently?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing this independently. Shout out to Killer Kush, man. We have a lot of help with friends.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? Where we don't have to go out. You know what I mean? Because one of the reasons you want to go to a label is to get some money, some
sure.
cash flow. You know what I mean? If you're smart, you're going over there to get cash flow, to dump into the album, to make the album what it needs to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But this album we're doing independently, and we got some dope features on there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took me a minute to get I was fucking racking Hundo. Man, I made this fool work overtime because Hundo's my engineer and producer. So we kind of reinvented the album like 4 times in the last 2 months. Like, I was like, scratch everything.
Yo, sometimes, man, that demo-itis be fucking with y'all rappers, bro, because y'all be scrapping good shit, but It's old.
All right, here's the funny part, right? So for that album, what I did was, and this, you know what I mean, if anybody listening and struggling with this shit, what I did was I made 8-10 songs. After that, I got influenced by the fucking scene and the other music that was out. I scratched those 8 songs. I went, did another 10. We fucking scratched those. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I told Hundo, I told Adam, I was like, man, let's go rent an Airbnb. Let's go chill there and let's go find this sound, right? So then I make another fucking like 10 songs and shit. Now we're sitting on 40 songs, right? You know what ended up being the album?
Pieces from each of those 10?
The first fucking 10
Oh, the first
songs.
10. Well, that's good because you weren't influenced. You weren't influenced.
Right,
yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's how easy the brain fucks
Fuck
with you,
yeah.
man. Like, that shit'll fuck
That's funny.
with you.
No, that happens all the time, bro. Like, you'll like, you know, I have an artist, so it's like, well, I love a song that's like 2 years old.
Right.
Like that shit's old. I'm like, but this shit is hard, bro.
Yeah. and yeah, these songs over here are cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure people will fuck with them, but the feeling that once I heard these songs after not listening to them for a whole month or two, I was like, that's it. That's like these songs over here. Those are the ones.
What are you guys doing distro through? Is it just straight DistroKid, or do you guys?
No, I got. So what I ended up doing, as you know what I mean, as being independent, is I just left relationships open. So like with Orchard, with Empire, with different people, select those. Like, you know what I'm saying. You know, some of the online distribution too. Like I just left shit open. So now I could kind of distribute that through anyone I want.
What about the new album?
The new one, I still haven't made the actual decision on who we going with, but I gotta make it like today.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's coming up. Yeah. You want to get?
Yeah, cause like I was supposed to drop like a month ago. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean. Good thing I didn't, cause we ended up getting, bro. We got heavy hitters on the album. We got Bravo. Shout out to Bravo's on one of the songs. We got Stupid Young. You know, Stupid Young, me and him go back.
I was in Thailand with that guy going crazy.
Yeah, Stupid Young. He's one of the realest
Stupid Young
motherfuckers.
is cracking in Thailand.
Oh, yeah.
His big homie, like, runs a weed shop out there.
Oh, yeah?
From his, like, big homie from the Asian Boys, like, moved out there and is, like, running it up.
Yeah, he told me to go out there with him and shit.
It's fucking sick.
Yeah, so we got Stupid Young on the album. Then we got Westside Boogie.
Shout out to Boogie, man.
Hit a J3's on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? King Lil G's on like 2 songs.
Dope.
That album, it's a West Coast album for sure. You know what I'm saying?
What's the name of the album?
I don't know it yet, but we gonna know it in the next tonight too. As a matter.
Got to get the distro together, the name of the album. You got the artwork together? Of course not.
Yeah, the artwork is coming along.
Well, you don't have the name yet, so how the fuck you?
The look and everything, we found the look that we want for the cover and shit. You know what I mean? We did the shoot and all that shit, but you know,
tour coming.
Oh, big tour coming. We got a big tour. So that tour right there, me and King Lil G so King Lil G dropped an album. So if you ain't heard Lil G's album, go listen to that shit, cause it's dope. It's like it feels like a mixture of like AK-47 sound with just like some new shit. Yeah, he did that shit with DJ Flip. That shit is off the chain. So he just dropped his album, and then I'm about to drop mine. And then we're going on this big ass tour, bro, like a huge tour. We're gonna do, I think right now it's at 30 different states, but it's already growing.
That's big.
And it's gonna be me and him the only headliners, and we're gonna bring people out from different areas.
Yeah.
We're definitely tapping in with the homies from AZ. We're tapping in from some people from Reno. So everywhere we go, we're gonna bring somebody out from that city.
That's fire.
So if you're from one of those cities, and we might be just hitting every fucking city, every state, tap in with us, because you might just be on stage with us.
Hey, 30 states is a lot, brother.
Yeah, and we ain't doing no little rooms, bro. We're doing these big rooms. You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
We just fucking sold out the House of Blues in Las Vegas.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, we did that.
Love that venue. I used to live in Vegas. Have many,
that venue's dope, right? We sold that out twice already.
Some legendary nights in that place.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Yeah. For sure.
I remember we went, the last time we did it, I was up till like 7 a.m. gambling with Stupid Young.
Asian motherfuckers love to gamble.
Yeah.
What do you gamble? How do you gamble? What is it like?
I play craps.
Oh, craps is the best.
I play craps, but my main game is Texas Hold'em.
See, I don't know how to play poker, but I do love craps. The thing is, I never knew how to play craps. Head taught me how to play craps like 3 or 4 years ago.
You gotta, just wait on a roller.
Because
wait on the shooter,
my
bro.
main game is roulette or blackjack, but craps is fun.
Bro, you're losing on roulette and blackjack.
No, I got a roulette strategy. I'll tell you about it. It's crazy. But craps, bro, if like you said, but you could come up quick, but you could lose quick.
You can lose quick. Yeah, you can.
Because I'm the type of motherfucker that buys all the numbers. I'm like, okay, cool, 4 hit. Let me hit that 6 and the 8, and then I'll double. If I 8 or 6 hits, I'll press it. I'll be like, yo, just keep it on there. You know what I mean? But then that 7 hits, and you want to, god damn.
Okay, so you just want, all right, I'm on 6 and 8 all day.
6 and 8 are the 2.
Then I'm passing the line every day, the whole time.
You put your odds down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I see that shooter, you know what I'm saying? You'll know who the shooter is.
I mean, maybe.
No, for sure. You'll see that motherfucking shooter. The last time I came up on that shit, he had like 24 rolls. before he hit the 7.
I had a fucking roll I was a part of in Vegas, and it was like an hour and 10 minutes straight. No, bro,
that's fucking crazy.
I made like 10 bands, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just sitting there, and I was just like,
just sitting there, collecting it, cheering.
And the one thing I've never hit though, yeah, of course. I was cheering like, the one thing I've never hit, because I always throw down for the highs and the lows, and then like all the numbers, to where you pretty much you bet the top, you know, where every number has to hit for you to win,
right?
But like the odds are insane,
right?
I've never hit that.
Yeah,
I've gotten close. I've been like one number off.
Okay, yeah. You know, it's funny, when we were gambling out there with Stupid Young, there was this lady. And then Stupid Young's homie, he was a shooter. So she kept calling him Chinaman. So every time we hit,
give it to the like, Chinaman.
You say Chinaman.
That's hilariously racist. I would have loved that, by the way. That would have been hilarious.
It was fun, bro. Like, and I was happened to be standing next to her, and I was just looking over there, seeing if Stupid Young was laughing. That fool was laughing.
That's fucking comedy.
That shit was fucking amazing, dog. But yeah, that tour, bro. Like, I want to emphasize on that tour. Summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Albums in March.
Albums in March. We go on tour. A little bit after that, it's gonna be crazy, man. And I think this is gonna be big, because we are gonna bring out some of the folks from out here as well. You know what I mean? I don't want to give too many names out, but some of the upcoming rappers out here, we gonna bring them out. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Lil G, we're not hating on anybody. You know what I'm saying? We just quiet, bro. We just like to chill and just be in the house, and you know what I mean. And we come out when it's time to come out. But you know, I'm really proud of what's going on right now. So you'll see some of the rappers that are coming up right now in LA on this tour as well.
Fire.
You know what I mean?
Well, listen, man. I appreciate you pulling up.
Oh yeah.
Drummer Boy, new album coming out in March. We don't know the name yet.
We don't know it.
Do we know the date in March? You don't.
17. Yeah, I do.
17.
Yeah, we got 17.
Isn't that St. Patrick's Day?
Maybe, man.
That's definitely St. Patrick's Day. As a white, I should know that, right? I have a little bit of Irish in me.
Yeah,
I feel like
you seem unsure. Is it the 17th or not?
Yeah, March 17th is St. Patty's Day.
All right, so that's where you wear green, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to.
All right, everybody.
I mean, you're supposed to if you're a fucking dweeb and you want to drink some Guinness at a bar with a bunch of strangers. But yeah.
All right, man. Man, it's a pleasure. You know what I mean, being here and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, man. I appreciate you pulling up.
All right, man.
Drummer Boy.
Yes, sir.
Boom.